Actually, by law, it's not illegal to be a member. The government would try to paint it that it is, but it's not. It's not illegal. So even if you believe the hype, you believe somebody's an alleged member, you want to believe that narrative. Okay, believe it. That's not illegal. The person has to commit a crime. And what was in this particular case, they saw they had no real evidence, circumstantial or direct evidence on our client. So what did they do? They introduced what's called the Pinkerton doctrine, which I never even heard of before of this. And I'm trying to educate myself on it now. And basically, in layman's terms, I'm going to bring on somebody who could actually explain it much more intelligently than I can. But in layman terms, it basically says if you're a member of this supposed organization and somebody in the organization commits a crime, you know nothing about it. You have no knowledge about it. You don't even know what's going on. You never had one conversation about it. You didn't even know it was going to happen. Somebody commits a crime, you're now liable. You're responsible. Makes absolute zero sense, because in one breath you're saying you could be a member of the organization, but you shouldn't commit a crime. So now if you don't commit a crime, but someone else does, and you have no knowledge, no participation of that, you're guilty when they introduce this Pinkerton doctrine, and they include that in the jury charge. It just doesn't make sense. Ladies and gentlemen, doesn't make sense. And the general public really needs a good understanding of that. And I think they throw these things at the jury in these charges to confuse them, because it's hard to grasp. I've seen attorneys look at some of these jury charges, and it confuses them how much is in there. They have a hard time understanding, well, how do I find if this person's guilty? How do I find if this person's not guilty? And that's a seasoned attorney. And you expect a regular, hard-working individual to know how to decipher that? And why do they do that? Why do they confuse you? That's when they want to get a conviction. They want to force a conviction. They don't want to allow the juror to use reasonable doubt. This case had more reasonable doubt than anything I have ever seen. And I'm not just saying that because I'm personally tied to it. I'm not just saying that. It is what it is. If there was evidence there, I would say, okay, there was evidence. What are you going to do? We fought. We gave it a good fight. There was evidence. That is not the case. There was zero evidence. I'm not trying to make a platform trying to say, this was unjust when it was really justified. No, this was legitimately an unjustified case. This was a made-up case to target somebody, and justice was not served here.